welcome to my channel. I'm CA Shilpa Surana and this is my very first video in the series of Basics of Stock Market. In this video, we are going to see few commonly used terms in share market like share of a company, who are the promoters of the company, what is dividend, what is face value, what is ex-dividend, what is cum dividend, what is announcement date, what is record date, etc. etc. Also, towards the end of this video, there are going to be two bonus tips for you. One is how you can yourself check which companies have recently declared dividend, so that if you want to invest in those companies right now and enjoy the dividend at a later date, you can very well do that. And second tip is how you can yourself see which companies have good dividend yield ratio, so that if you don't want to depend on capital gains as your income, so if you don't want to depend on selling your shares and then earning the income, rather you want a stable income like through dividend sources, you can consider investing in these companies if their fundamentals are strong. So we will see how you can yourself identify such companies. So don't skip this video, do watch this video till the end. Further, if you have not yet liked, shared and subscribed my channel, please do the same right now. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon, because there are going to be a lot of interesting videos coming in which will boost up your financial knowledge in share market. Okay, let's try to take one example, and through that example we will try to derive various terms, or we will try to understand various terms in the share market. Okay, for example, suppose I want to start my own factory, a shoe factory for example, let's say, and I need 2 lakh rupees. I have 1 lakh rupees to invest in that factory, but for that another 1 lakh rupees I am looking for some other person who can give it to me. I go to my friend and I check with her if she is interested in joining my idea. She says yes, but what will she get in return? Of course, if we are giving something, we expect something back, right? So I said her that what she can get is, she can get a proportionate ownership in my company. So for example, if I am investing 1 lakh and she is investing 1 lakh, so we are equal owners, right? So we get a share of 50-50 in this company. So she says yes, okay. But also now we are trying to be futuristic. What if in the future we get into an argument? How is each one of us going to prove their right on this company? So let's say if you are buying a house, right? You have a sales agreement to prove your ownership, that you are a legal owner of this house. But if we, both me and my friend, get into an argument, how will we prove that, you know, how much ownership we have? So for that, what we decide is, we will create one document, and that document will be a legitimate document which will prove our ownership in the court of law in case of dispute. Okay, so in a very simple language, the ownership that we have is actually the share or the hissedari we are having in that company, and that legitimate document which is valid in the court of law in case of dispute, which shows your ownership in that particular company, it is known as a share certificate. Okay, now just to let you know, share certificates right now are in demat form. We talk about a physical document, right? A private limited company. So me and my friend, if we two are the owners of the company, it's a private company. We are not a publicly listed company. So for a private company, they can very well have their share certificate in a material form or in a physical form. But if you are a listed company, so if your stocks are getting listed in Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange, it is mandatory for you to have a demat share certificate. So I hope you are clear with the concept of what is a share of a company, that is the hissedari of a company in a company, or what is a share certificate of the company. Okay, so this share certificate is a legitimate document. Now what details this share certificate will have? It will have details like who is the one who have purchased the share. So in this case, my name will be there, Shilpa Surana. It will have how many shares I have purchased. It will have the face value of the share. Now what is the face value of the share? See, in my example, I had pumped in 1 lakh rupees, my friend have pumped in 1 lakh rupees. Both of us together have pumped in 2 lakh rupees. Okay, Now this 2 lakh rupees is divided into shares. How you can divide is 2 lakh shares into 1 rupees each, that is 2 lakh rupees, or 20,000 shares into 10 rupees each, 2 lakh rupees, or 2,000 shares into 100 rupees each, 2 lakh rupees. So what you have to do is you have to keep your capital, which both of you have together pumped in, as fixed, which in my case is 2 lakh rupees. You can fluctuate the number of shares and the face value in the proportion that eventually you get 2 lakh rupees. So it can be 2 lakh shares into 1 rupees, 20,000 shares into 10 rupees, or 2,000 shares into 100 rupees. Eventually the end result is same. My face value keeps on changing depending on the number of shares that we want to issue. There's no hard and fast rule that you have to have a 1 rupee share only, or a 100 rupee share only, or a 1,000 rupee share only. No, you can have that face value as per your convenience. It need not be necessary in terms of like 1, 10 or 100 also. You can have it 5 rupees, you can have it 2 rupees, as per your convenience. Just that what you have to ensure that the total capital which you have invested remains the same, that is a 2 lakh. Now you can fluctuate the number of shares and the face value accordingly. Okay. So now we are clear with the concept of what is a face value also. So now we have learned what is a share of a company, what is a share certificate of a company, what is a face value of a share. Now the fourth concept is who are the promoters of the company. In this case, me and my friend. So the people, in a very layman term, if I tell you, the people who came together and started a company or formed a company, established a company, are the promoters of the company. So I hope it's a very layman explanation of who are the promoters of the company, but I think simpler the better. So let's not complicate it and go into the very technical definition. For the all practical purpose, you can consider that the people who start the company are basically the promoters of the company, who had initially in the beginning infused the capital in the company to start a company. Alright, so that was our fourth concept, that who is a promoter of a company. So now let's try to see one example of share certificate for your ease of understanding before we move ahead further. So if you see the share certificate, it is a share certificate of Hindustan Motors Limited. If you see this share certificate, it says that it is for 100 shares and it is for 10 rupees each. So the total capital this person has infused is 1,000 rupees, and it says that this is to certify that this is the name of the person, which is now blurred out or blanked out, and he has invested in 100 shares of the company. These are the numbers when you purchase a share certificate. I mean, it is from a book, okay, share certificate book, and it is serially numbered. So I mean, whichever is the series going on at that point of time, you would have got 100 from that. So it is from 347 to 446. So these 100 shares have been allocated to this person, and so is the date. The one interesting fact about this share certificate is that if you see the India's map behind, it is the one wherein even Pakistan was part of India at that point of time. I mean, it is a map of undivided India actually. So hope you have understood the concept of share certificate by now. Now taking our story a little forward. Let's say that we had worked, like me and my friend had started a shoe company, right? We worked for the whole year and we generated 1,000 rupees as our profit, okay? Now there are two options with us. First thing is retain this 1,000 rupees in the company for the growth of the company. Second point is divide this 1,000 rupees in the proportion of the invested amount. So I invested 50%, my friend invested 50%, right? So I will make this 1,000 rupees into 50-50, that's 500 and distribute it among ourselves and enjoy that profit. So any of these two options can be used by the company depending if they are seeing any future growth prospect or not. Okay. Now using this parlance in understanding the concept of dividend. Okay. In dividend also, the first point is that dividend is nothing but it is a return on investment. Second point is it is not mandatory to always declare dividend. A company can refrain from declaring a dividend, or a company can decide not to declare dividend if they feel that they can utilize these funds in a better way for growth of the company. Alright, so that is about dividend. In one of my video, I'll give it the link in the description box. I have spoken about what are the tax implications on dividend. So you can go and check that out to understand what will be the tax implications on the dividend. So now coming to concept that on which value is this dividend declared. So you would have heard that a company declared 300% as a dividend. Now on what value is this 300%? Is it 300% of the current market price? So suppose if I have purchased share of a company, let's say 10 shares of a company, and per share price is 2000 rupees, then is it 300% of that 2000 rupees? The answer is no. Dividend is declared on the face value. So if when you are seeing the percentage terms, sometimes it is in value terms also, okay. The company will say that we are giving 5 rupees as a dividend, 10 rupees as a dividend. That time you will not be confused. But when they declare it in percentage term, that percentage term have to be applied on the face value of the company. We saw the face value of the company in the share certificate, right? Wherein it was mentioned 10 rupees share. So if 300% is to be calculated, it has to be calculated on that face value. So let's say face value is 10, it's 300% of 10, that is 30 rupees is the dividend declared. The percentage will not be applied to the current market price of the share, okay. I mean, you might get overexcited that it will be on current market price. That's not the case, it is on face value. Achha, one more thing here. I was telling you that the face value is mentioned on the share of the company, right? I also mentioned that now the shares are in demat form, it is in your demat account, right? So if you want to see what is the face value of a company, how you can see it? You can see it in the annual report of the company. Just go to the annual report of a company in which you would have done your investment. Do Control F or search the term face value, okay, in that particular PDF. You will see whatever is the face value of the company. It can be anything, 1 rupees, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, like I already told you, right? Whatever would have been decided at the inception by the promoters of the company, okay? It is a decision of the promoters of the company to determine what they want to keep their face value as. Alright, so till now we have learned what is the share of a company, we have seen share certificate of a company, we have seen who is the promoter of a company, we have seen what is the face value, we have seen what is dividend actually, on what value dividend is declared, right? So now we will look into few important dates which are related to dividend. For that, I'll go to Money Control website. All right. So I'll search Money Control here. So I'm on Money Control website. Here I will search the Indian board. So I know this company has recently declared dividend. I'm sure by the end of this video, even you will know that how you can identify companies which have declared dividend. And if you want, you can buy those shares to enjoy the dividend later when once the company pays it out. All right. So I'll go to the Indian Woods products. All right. Now what I'll go do is I'll go down. In this section, you will see corporate action. Click on this. Now I am directed to the corporate action section, alright. Here, there are various tabs, announcement tabs, board meeting tab, dividend tab, bonus tab, splits, rights, AGM, EGM. Alright, we will be talking about all these separate tabs in my different videos. So this is one more reason why you should be subscribing to my channel so that you know how to better navigate through money control and you understand these terms very well. For the current purpose, we will go to the dividends tab which is here. Just click on it and click on see more here. So now we will talk about the two important dates, which is this announcement date and X date. Now, what is announcement date? Basically, when a company pays dividend, it first announces the dividend. So the board of director announces the dividend that so and so rupees or so and so percentage will be paid as a dividend, and then the amount is paid. All right. So announcement date is the date on which the company declares the dividend. Any dividend which the company is paying is first approved by the shareholders of the company. Once the shareholder approves the dividend, the same is announced. All right. So it is announced that, like I said, it is announcannounced. All right. So this announcement date is the date on which the company had declared that it will pay 10 paise or zero point 0.1 rupees as dividend, or you can say the company announced that it will pay 5% as a dividend. So this 5% of what? This 5% is of face value. All right. So suppose now you have 100 shares of this company, then you will be paid 0.1 rupees per share as your dividend. So it will be 100 into 0.1, that is 10 rupees will be your share of dividend if you are having 100 shares. So now, having understood the announcement date, let's try to understand what is an X date. All right. See, understand one thing. Once the company makes the announcement that it is going to pay the dividend, the share prices of the company increases to the extent of dividend. As in, it starts trading at a come dividend price. So suppose if before the announcement the share price was 100 for this particular share, after the announcement it will become 100.1. It will include this dividend factor in its share price and it will start trading at that price. So in technical terms, we will tell it that the share starts trading at a come dividend price, that is cumulative of dividend. Now till what point will this share trade at cumulative dividend? That is the question. It will trade at that price before the X date. This is X date, or you can call it X dividend date. It is one and the same. So before this date, the share will continue to trade at come dividend price. At this date, that is 20th September, it will start trading at X dividend price, that is excluding dividend, X dividend. All right. So from this date onwards, the share will trade at a reduced price and the price will be reduced to the extent of the dividend value. So in this case, it's 0.1, right? So let's understand this with one example. Now imagine one day before the ex-dividend date, the share was trading at 100.5 rate. All right. So on ex-dividend date, it will become 100.4. So it has eliminated the dividend component from its share price, or it has reduced the dividend component from its share price. All right. So that is called as ex-dividend price, and this price is effective from X dividend date. All right. So now let's try to understand who all are eligible for dividend. All right. If one purchases a share at this date, will he be eligible, or he has to purchase at this date to be eligible, or there is any other date, for purchase to be eligible? So for that, anybody who purchases the share before X date or X dividend date. So in this case, anybody who would have purchased the share before 20th September is eligible for dividend. It can be even 19th September also, or before that. Any date before that would do. So you have to ensure that you purchase the share before this date to be eligible for the dividend component. All right. So this now, there is one more concept of record date. What is this record date? Record date is usually 1 to 2 days after the ex-dividend date. The company will pull the list of whoever is the shareholder of the company, and dividend will be paid to those people. Okay. So that is about record date. Now coming to the bonus part of our video, wherein you will see how you can pull the company which have good dividend yield ratios, and how you can pull the companies which have recently declared dividend if you want to buy the shares of the company. Please note, this is not a recommendation to buy that share, but it is just to help you how you can navigate to identify the opportunities in the market. So let's see. So now let's try to see large cap companies who have good dividend yield ratio. I'm saying large cap companies because I feel large cap companies are relatively more stable when compared to mid cap companies or small cap companies. Okay. So for that, screener.in is one of the very good website which you can use. Here, I will go to the screen. I will create one screen wherein I will filter out such stocks. I'll click on screens, and on this screen, I'll create new screen. I'll write here the query wherein I will say market cap is greater than 20,000 because I want to shortlist only large cap companies, and I want to see dividend yield of a company. I have to write it in percentage. They are giving the parameters, okay, in which I have to define. So I will give is greater than, let's say, 8%. All right. I'm taking 8% because it's anyways more than the FD rate. So you can think about getting a return which is more than FD. However, it's risky as compared to FD, but in this case, you are not relying on the share price fluctuation to get this return. You are relying on the dividend. So comparatively more stable. All right. Now I will run this query. So here I see few companies which are Coal India, Indus Towers, IOCL, Power Corp, who are having a dividend yield of more than 8%. So this screener can help anybody who want to understand companies which have good dividend yield ratio if they want to invest in a company basis the dividend yield. Okay. Although this should not be the only parameter, the company should be fundamentally strong. This is the basic check that one should be seeing before buying any share. But if they want to also enjoy good returns through dividend, they can consider using this screen. All right. Now, the next bonus tip is where you can find out the companies which have declared dividend right now, so that if you want to invest in them and earn dividend income in future, you can do the same. So for that, you need to go to Money Control website. Okay, go to Money Control website. In this, you see this market section. Just hover on this market section, or this drop down will open up. Here you go to this corporate action. Okay, click on it. When you click on corporate, upcoming corporate actions is something which is visible on your screen right now, and there are various things in this. Click on this dividend. Once you click on dividend, this is year is 2011, make it to 2021. Click on go. Now you're seeing companies which have announced dividend. So VSL Finance, SP Capital Finance, all this is the announcement date. So I told you what is an announcement date. Announcement date is the date on which the board of directors have declared the dividend or made an announcement that what will be the dividend which will be paid for this company. So this is the dividend percentage which has been declared. Now you know that this 160 is not on the current market price, but it is on fair value. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so now this is the type. Type says final. Let me tell you quickly. There is two types of dividend. One is interim dividend and one is final dividend. Interim dividend is the dividend that is paid during the financial year. If you pay dividend at the end of financial year, it is known as final dividend. Okay, so this is the dividend type. This is the company name. This is the announcement date, like I told you. This is the record date and this is ex dividend date. So ex dividend date is the date from which the share will start trading at X dividend price. If you want to enjoy the benefit of dividend on this particular share, you have to purchase the share a day before this ex dividend. So 22 is the ex dividend. So up to 21st of September, you should buy this share. Anytime on or before 21st September would do. Okay. Record date. Now, as I told you, record date is the date on which the company will pull the records and see who all are the shareholders of the company. It will be usually 1 to 2 days after the ex dividend date. So it is ex dividend is 8 September, it's 10 September, right? So on this date, the company will see whoever is the shareholder of the company, and if you are the shareholder, so if you purchase the share, so let's take an example of this Kamdhenu. Okay, you purchase the share on 7th of September to be eligible, right? now you have purchased the share on 7th of September. We follow settlement period of T plus 2, which means that if you have purchased on 7th of September, the share will be credited in your account on T plus 2, that is transaction plus 2 days. So 7th is the transaction date, plus 2 means 8th and 9th. On 9th it will start reflecting. So of course on 10th you will be in the record of shareholders, so dividend will be paid out to you. I hope it is clear. I hope you are clear with the dates: announcement date, record date, and ex dividend date. So that's how you can see, guys, that which companies have recently declared a dividend. So if you want to enjoy this dividend, you can consider this list to identify the companies which have declared dividend. Okay, so that's all, guys, from my side. I hope today you were able to learn a lot of new concepts in share market, and I hope you apply them, or next time when you hear these words like ex-dividend date, record date, announcement date, you are more clear on what you are listening to, and when the percentage of dividend is declared, you know that this percentage is on face value, not the market price. So this brings us end to this video. If you like my video, don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video. Also, do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get constant notifications on the future video updates. Thank you, guys. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.